And there we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome home. Well, at least for me. It has been a crazy few days. Can't wait to share some of the stories with you. I've got stuff literally all around me to share, including mail, lots of mail, and all sorts of other things, stuff from Israel, and stories and goodies and questions to answer and all sorts of stuff. So 60 minutes, I don't know if we're going to make it within 60 minutes this time, but we're going to have some fun. So I hope everybody is doing well on this Monday evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, I'm back home. Brendan's actually really tempting me here. I don't do Miley Cyrus quite so well. So doing the party in the USA. But now I could do the Born in the USA, but that's actually a song mocking the US, which is kind of funny. Most people don't know that. But we got home. My wife and I both got home on Thursday, the 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. It was an adventure, and I actually have a video coming up Thursday, which is going to chronicle the adventure and why we flew separately, because instead of coming back on the same airline, things changed, and we had to book it a little different. So, Greg, yeah. Is there something you do sing well? How about the sounds of silence? Okay. But yeah, that's quite a story. And the fact that I was actually able to make it home was amazing. But we will definitely look for that video coming up Thursday. I've also got another video posting tomorrow about a... let's just say a not good thing, which some of you, a couple of my patrons have seen already. Really the one bad thing that happened to us the whole time. And we're still dealing with it. So that will be a little bit, I've got a big haul. Let's see, going to ask to see my shirt. Oh, and I have a different one. The shirt that you saw in the preview is actually a picture that I took yesterday. So that's why I was frozen. But do I leave the tree up till New Year? Actually, we put the tree up on Christmas Eve. Didn't decorate it really. It's pre-lit. We just threw it out of the box, threw it up, put the stockings up, and that's all we put up this year. So it is still up, but it's going to come down probably at New Year's. We are still getting settled in. We're still trying to figure out what time zones, which I am still dealing with jet lag a little bit. So, and then the food's different. My stomach is kind of going, this stuff here in the States isn't as good as in Israel, preservatives and things. So yeah, just to let you know, if you notice I'm kind of a little gassy, that's why. It's actually the American food. It's not something I would have known, but I got to readjust. I literally have stuff everywhere with what we brought back. I've got mail. So I have a stack of cards and letters to go through. I've got several packages to go through. Let's see here. Oh, and Parker mentions, I heard what happened with Sun News. Why a tabloid wants to know about a pastor, I don't know. Okay, so let me give this story since some of you were wondering about this with my comments. And yes, Barry, nice shirt. Thank you, Barry. Wonder where it got it. This is a Barry special. But, and I'm getting a message probably from my guest, maybe. But I got this email. Let's see. Not necessarily an email, but a note from one of my viewers that mentioned that The Sun, a British tabloid, had me in an article. And I was like, what on earth? Why would they do that? And they gave me the link, and I went and checked it out. And what it actually is this writer for The Sun in the UK, big tabloid, not a reputable tabloid, had actually combed Reddit from 2 years ago and pulled out quotes from me from an Ask Me Anything on Reddit, used a couple of them out of context, and built an article about what I said about working at Disney without ever contacting me, without ever interviewing me, without asking for my permission. I'm sure they didn't have Reddit's permission either. And they made it look like it was all theirs, except they did have a link in there to Reddit. And I'm kind of going, if you talked to me, I probably would have done something for you and asked for a couple links. So the way they did it was poor. They misquoted me on a couple things. I think, my goodness. Of course, you got people messaging now. So, hang on just a second. Sorry. It's like, hey, look, he's streaming now. Let's have the family all message. But they quoted me in a couple ways that was not what I said or intended, and it implied things. For example, I oftentimes will say that I love the fact that I got paid to play. I got paid to play, and remember, take some pictures. So she quotes it as, "Oh yeah, I loved goofing off while I was working." What? That's not what it was. And goodbye, so and so. We're gonna kill that link in a hurry. But yeah, so I sent a reply to them yesterday morning saying, hey guys, this isn't exactly appropriate. It's not ethical. It's not proper. Should have been contacted. Would happy to do it. Sent 2 emails to different addresses. Also tagged them on Twitter. And of course, it's being ignored because they don't have ethics. But, that's a whole nother deal there. So thanks, Craig, for messaging too. So that's kind of what was going on there. Yeah, I'm just like, come on, guys, just do it proper. I don't mind, but give me some proper attribution. What is going on here? My goodness, guys. Okay. Like right now. My goodness. Okay, guys. The worst part is all these dings that you're hearing. This is my family, the ones who should know better. So we're done with that. But yeah, a proper interview would have done it right. So that's what the mysterious comment was and everything. Josh asks, how was the weather there? The weather in Jerusalem and Israel was much cooler than here. We actually, my wife and I both got off the plane and we're like, oh, it's so hot. Open the windows, turn the air conditioning on. So yeah, the weather here in Missouri right now it's a good bit warmer. But of course, being on a trip, we got lots of stuff. Let me show you a couple of the cool things here real quick, and then I'm going to dig into the mail. Let's see. Some probably thought you would never see the article since in the UK. Yeah, good chance of it. Whole deal. So, of course, magnets. Got to bring my magnets. So, see if I can get these showing for you. Garden Tomb. I've got a whole bunch of them here. Of course, in Israel, olive wood is a big deal. So we've got the olive wood magnets. And Bethlehem is in the Palestinian Authority area. They grow lots of olive trees. They do lots of olive wood things there. This is actually one that's going out as a gift to a friend. Normally, I'm not real big into the blending the Jewish and the Christian symbols, but I know somebody who will love it. So let's see. Other magnets. See if we can get that. This is from the Yardenette, which is on the Jordan River. That is where, if you saw the video that posted today, my wife actually baptized my son, which was cool because it was her first baptism as a minister to do. That was just a really pretty magnet in Amsterdam I picked up. We had all that 10 hours at the Amsterdam airport, so yes, we definitely picked up some souvenirs there. And then my last magnet, hey, this one's modeled after me. I had to get it. It's, let's see if we can get it in the light there where you can see it. It's St. George. So that was fun. Let's see. How was the food on the plane? Well, on my flight from Israel to the U.S., it was beyond amazing, which, again, you will see coming up Thursday. So I don't want to spoil that surprise, but you'll get to see. It was something special. Absolutely. Let's see. Olive wood, real quick. We did pick up this. This is actually going out as a gift to a friend. So a nice little olive wood, and I'm barking everything. Really pretty. And then my supporters, I mentioned this. I ran short of time a little bit, but these will be coming. These are actually olive wood ornaments that we picked up, and there's a whole variety there. And one of those should go to every one of my supporters that I have an address for. Hoping I got enough. I think so. Yes, glad to see me back in the U.S. on short notice. All I can say, the video Thursday will explain everything, because it was not our original plan. We weren't going to come home for another 3 days, and just Israel started changing COVID restrictions and everything else. Because the way it was affecting the Israelis, it was going to affect us as well. And while we had no problems being there as far as legality goes and access and being able to come home, the problem was it would have resulted in potentially canceled flights, which would have left us stranded without a plane. So that's why we came home early. So, and hey, Talking Mickey Project is on. So let me go ahead and start off with a certain little something here from, see if I can show it on there. It's going to wash out. But this is from Emma at Talking Mickey Project. So let me go ahead and open that up real quick. This tells you how far back my mail is. It goes back to November 20th. Yep, I'm way overdue. Okay, and I'm going to find a place to drop all my packaging. Okay. My dog's over here looking like, what are you doing? You're throwing stuff at me. So, see if we can get some of this stuff. But I am happy to answer questions like that. I got a ton of stuff here to show off. And oh my goodness, this is really, really nice, Emma. Wow. Okay, so Emma sent me a pin. I'm going to have to show you both sides of it. It says Talking Mickey Project. Emma Barron's Fiesta Especial 2022. And then the hanging part, the dangle, is a Mickey head. That is really, really cool. So, thank you, Emma. I love that. That is amazing. Let's see here. And Disney Parks Now is asking, where can we send mail to? Address should be in the description of the video. It's in all my video descriptions. So it is there. I love getting mail. Never expect mail, but I love getting it. So very grateful for all of this, honestly. That's the best way to tell you those. Look in the description. Should be right there. So, let's see. Was I able to celebrate Christmas while I was there? Well, one, we came home early. But two, Israel is a Jewish country. So you don't see Christmas stuff. Lots of Hanukkah. But outside of, let's see, Bethlehem with Nativity Square. You've got the YMCA. You have... let's see, the American Colony House and Christchurch. And those are the only places that really have Christmas trees up. You don't see Christmas decorations. You don't hear Christmas music because they don't celebrate it because they're Jewish. So, nope. Sorry. And Emma is saying the back of the medal has a QR code too. Ooh, okay. I'll have to check that out later. Thank you, Emma. Let's see. When I got back to the States, did Margaret have any reaction to the change in air? Nope, she had a reaction to wanting to sleep. And Brendan, what is the favorite item that you've ever received? Yeah, okay. There you go. We will just throw that up there for you, Brendan. Okay. Trying to get into some of the mail here. This is from Craig. Ooh. Let's see. We have seen a star in the east and are come to worship him. Trying to get that where it's not blown out by the lights. So wishing you God's rich blessings and peace, joy, and perfect love to light your way at Christmas and in the new year. So Okay, and see, this is what I mean. Craig picks on me about singing, and then he does this. This is just like, come on, sing! Okay, I will resist. I will resist. So, okay, so this is from Barry. Oh, that is really cool. This looks very familiar for some strange reason. It's an official Silver Dollar City card. Hi, Merry Christmas. May all your train robber dreams come true. That's a very nice card there, Barry. Thank you. Do I think the new COVID outbreak in Florida will Disney close like they did in 2020? I don't think people will put up with it closing at this point. So you're going to see other countries shut down. Japan is completely shut down again. Israel's shutting stuff down. We won't in the U.S. So, Sam Taylor, what airline did y'all use? I can tell you we flew my wife home on Delta. The airline I used, because it's special privilege, I don't necessarily want to say, because I'm blessed by somebody else who does it. And so I don't know if they want me to do that or not. Let's see. This is from Rachel Dunn. Merry Christmas. Okay, I got to figure out a way to get this stuff so y'all can see it because it's just like blinding. But it says, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And then she's got, Dear Burnash family, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. Thank you so much, Rachel. Let's see here. Will I watch the Book of Boba Fett? Duh. Can you see the Star Wars stuff? Let's see. Right there. Yeah. Let's see. And let's see. Hi, Sir Willow. I love your videos. My family's Christian. Hard to find good, clean content. But I want to know, do I like Star Wars? If so, what's your favorite movie? Favorite movie? I love this banner. It makes it so easy. Okay. Yeah. I just have a hard time picking favorites. So, let's see here. And then another berry. They drive different here. This could be Knoebels. Let's see. Hi. You were the only blogger I know of that opens mail on a monthly basis. Others take months or years to do it. That's why I get so many shirts. Why would you wait so long to open your mail? I love opening mail. The stuff like this is cool. And yes, the shirts are amazing. I'm spoiled with shirts. So, one more here from Barry. And I do have more here, so I'm going to try to go through these quick. Sir Willow, Happy New Year. I wish I was in Paris for the New Year. Then I could visit Disneyland Paris, among other things. Disneyland Paris would be cool at New Year's. And to see the fireworks launch off the Eiffel Tower, that would be amazing. That really would. Let's see here. Do we like the food over there? We loved the food over at Israel. Amazing. Falafel, shawarma, schnitzel, lots of local stuff. Lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. Their bread is fresh. It's not made with preservatives. You know, here in the States, you can buy a loaf of bread and a week and a half later, it's still good. It takes about 3 days for it to go bad there because there's no preservatives. And it tastes wonderful. Absolutely love it. So, yeah, it was great. Let's see. Oak. That's a pretty card. That almost looks like the church at Silver Dollar City. This is just a pretty card here, Barry. Praying your Christmas is filled with silent wonders, simple joys, and sweet memories. And what was really neat this year with Christmas, because we got home a couple days beforehand. Let's see here. There we go. Hey, we got it. All right, now you can see it a little bit. Because we got in, we had the tree and we kept it really simple. We had a nice Christmas dinner. We had a few gifts because we weren't supposed to be here very long, or supposed to be here, and it was just really pretty. It was nice. It was simple. So, yeah, we really did like our Christmas. Josh, what was it like sending your son alone on a plane back to the States? Keep in mind, my son is 25 years old. So he's not a young kid. When we did come, though, we actually walked him through everything. So that way, when he went back, he would have an idea of what he was doing and be used to customs. And he had a fairly easy time. So, as far as I know, he didn't have any problems on the way back. Let's see. Hopefully, we get a chance to visit Holland in the future. Yes. If stupid COVID stuff will stop, I would love to get back. My family roots are in Holland. Efteling would be amazing and other stuff. So, yes, absolutely. Have I ever tried to write a book? I actually thought about it, but time. I just don't have time. So, it's kind of crazy. Let's see. So, this is actually from the Petersons. Now, if you don't know the Petersons, they are a bluegrass group here in Branson, a family group. They are amazing. They are fun. They are fantastic. I am a patron of theirs. So I don't support a lot of people on Patreon, but they are one I support. They are amazing. I think it's really cool that they actually sent a handwritten Christmas card to me. How amazing is that? Along with a magnet and a sticker. That's very cool. Ellen Peterson, I don't know if you'll see this, but thank you. Thank you. I wish I'd gotten it before. So let's see. Do I have to schedule my trips on non-work days? I am a minister, so my work days are different than most people's. My work days are Wednesday nights and all day Sunday. So I schedule around that, and I don't go to parks on Saturdays if I can avoid it because it's ugly. So I try to go during the week and work around that. So my schedule's weird compared to most people's. So is buying food there more expensive? Yes. Everything is more expensive in Israel. Very much so. So as an example, Big Mac meal at McDonald's there. Yes, they do have McDonald's. No cheese on the Big Macs because that wouldn't be kosher. But it would be 41 shekels, which translates to about $13.50 US versus your $9 that we would get here. So, yeah. So, yes, more expensive. Ever consider a trip to the UK and London? Okay, so let's see. Do I have? Okay, I don't have a banner for that one. I would love to come to the UK and London. The biggest issues I have, I can actually get there. It's the lodging, it's the admissions, it's all the extra costs because we are in a very, very tight budget. Israel, we actually did a lot of fundraising for ahead of time and used a couple organizations to help us support it and fundraise for it because our budget doesn't allow that. So I would absolutely love going to the UK. But if I were to go, I would need help on all those extra costs because we couldn't do it. So, but at some point, and I can actually tell you there are plans for other trips coming up. If COVID allows, we are hoping to get to Australia, at least me, Japan maybe, and we will see what happened. Let's see here. This is from Randy and Heather Carter. That is a beautiful card. Make sure I get the glitter in there. So warm winter wishes this holiday season. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Love that. Let's see here. What other countries would I want to go to? A lot. Oh, a lot. Australia, Japan, United Kingdom, Netherlands. I could go on and on. Yeah, lots of them. Let's see. Did I bring some Israeli money? Israel money, and can we see it? Well, as a matter of fact, I'll stop my postcards here for a minute. And Craig, thank you for letting me know about Keith and Sheila. I will definitely read the card when they come to it. So our money here in the U.S. is boring. This is just money I didn't get to spend. So you can kind of see that's a 50 shekel piece. Yeah. And then 20 shekels. So currently it's just over 3 shekels for $1. So that's about $6.50 each one of those. So you're looking $17 or so. Yeah, money I came home with. And then they've got several coins. So here's another one for my patrons, my supporters. I am going to be sending them all out one of these. And see if we can get that up there where it can be seen. You can see there's actually a little menorah on there. These are called agora. They're essentially the equivalent of our pennies. And there's 10 of these per shekel. So I'm going to be sending those out. I've got a whole bunch of those. I do have a few other coins in here too. There's a half shekel right there, and that's got David's harp on it. And I think that's mostly what I got in here. So, but yeah, there's Israel money. So again, a little extra for the patrons. So, could they use non-dairy cheese on a cheeseburger? Yes, they do. My wife did get a cheeseburger with vegan mozzarella cheese on it. So as long as it's not actual dairy, yep, they can do it. So let's see here. Right. You need a banner about if I could find the money to go on the trip. Honestly, I thought I had one. I'm really kind of disappointed I didn't have it. Would have made it easier. So, did I happen to stop at a theme park while you were there? They were closed because it's December, it's winter, it's cold, it's wet, it's miserable. They did actually have a couple amusement parks I really wanted to go to, but they weren't open. Oh, because there were a couple amazing looking rides that you couldn't find in the U.S. at them, but I couldn't go. Okay. Barry, hi, here's a postcard for your favorite park. I haven't been to Cedar Point in like 15 years. Let's see. Is it time to go again? Yes, Barry, it is. So, love it. This looks strangely familiar. I think I've actually mailed these postcards out before. Let's see. Sir Willow, hi. Today, Orange County declared December 3rd as Walt Disney World Day. So happy Walt Disney World Day. May your Disney dreams come true. Like a trip to Tokyo Disney. If they open up for tourists, that means my daughter could go and I could have a place to stay. But yeah, we'll see. So let's see. Was I able to use a charge card in Israel? Yep. It works just like everything else. Do I have any advice for somebody who is struggling with their self-image? Ooh, that's a deep one. Okay. I guess I'm going to get real for a minute here. I have struggled my whole life with lack of self-confidence, and I know that sounds really goofy. One of the things that happens when I'm doing the channel, when I am on stage, when I was doing the train robbery and stuff, is I'm performing, and I kind of hit a performing mode. It's the same thing actually when I preach. And then afterwards, I kind of go back and, after everything shut down, I sit down and go, okay, how stupid was I? How awkward was I? The best thing I can tell you, one, you do get better at dealing with things as you get older, the more you do it. And trying not to get preachy here, but remember that God created each and every one of us special, including you. God doesn't make junk, and he made you, which means you're not junk. Okay. I know it sounds pithy and just very, nonchalant, but it's true. When you really think about it, as a believer, God creates amazing, miraculous works of art. And that's what you are. And if we can just remember that and realize it, I think a lot of our problems with self-image will go away. So I hope that helps. But yes, you're special. So let's see. Joseph, have I ever watched Phineas and Ferb? Yes, I did with my kids. So, okay. Let me try and get through these things because there's so much here. Happy holidays. Ooh, from Phantom Fireworks. That's actually a postcard that I got mixed in. But hey, it's cool. So I don't know why I would have gotten something from Phantom Fireworks. So this is another card from one of my patrons. Let's see. This is from the Martins. And I don't know if they want me to share all of it there, but a beautiful card. It's got the wonderful letter, which I am blessed to be able to consider the Martins friends. But yes, annual Christmas letter. So I'm going to kind of hold it that way because I will read it all later. I think I can get away with this part. This is their annual Christmas picture. Gatlin is getting so big. Yes, very cool. And then, let's see, one last card here from Barry, and then I'm going to start. I'll show off some more of the stuff from Israel. May the forks be with you. That's awesome. That was for Thanksgiving. That's great, Barry. So, let's see here. Disney parks. I'm an actor and I mess up a lot and the audience never knows. That's if you can do it well. Yes, that's the way to go. Stacy, more prayers for my family, please. We will definitely keep praying. Stacy, when you get a chance, send me an update on the side. Let me know what's going on and how you are doing. So, will I ever join TikTok? Probably not. Let's see. I have no reason to be on TikTok. It's more stuff to do, not the payoff. And I have some very real security concerns about the fact that TikTok is owned by China. But we won't get into that. I really don't have any interest in TikTok. Sorry. So, how do I feel about if Bob Iger comes back to Disney? He actually is still part of Disney, but I certainly wouldn't mind if he moved Chapek out. But I think it's just a wild rumor. Won't happen. So, okay, stuff. Lots of stuff. Let me show a couple things. This is my wife's birthday Christmas present. It is basically just a Bible, Spanish Bible, in fact, but the covers have actually been replaced with olive wood, and you can see the Crusader cross on there, and then on the back it says Jerusalem, and she fell in love with it. And of course, Spanish. She teaches Spanish, so that was a big one for her. Let's see, we've got big maps. If you ever get to go on top of Mount Carmel, or sorry, this is from the Mount of Olives. Big old picture. And then it actually on the other side has everything marked and identified. And yeah, just really, really cool. And then, let's see. I've also got one from Mount Carmel. Same idea. This is the problem. I don't have room for all this stuff. I'm telling you. Souvenir books. Generally, I stay away from a lot of the souvenir books in Israel because most of them are the same. They're cheap. This one was actually kind of nice because it actually not just has pictures. It actually has writing in it. You know, who would have thunk it? So it was a nice little guidebook. And then I did get one for Caesarea on the coast, which is an amazing place. I hope you saw the video on Caesarea. And watched my son and I's experiments at the amphitheater with the sound. It's really, really cool. It's cool that you can stand on the stage and somebody can be up at the back and talk in the volume that I'm talking now, and they can hear you loud and clear. It was really amazing. So, what are my thoughts on Spectrum Magic? The Scary Clown Parade. It was cool, and it's never coming back because they destroyed all the floats. But they need a night parade. How's that? Greetings from Norway in the snow. Ooh, yeah, it's a little cold up there. Now, okay, so here's something in Fantasy Prince. The longer dark hours and the cold where you're stuck inside will affect your mood as well. Make sure you use bright lights and stuff. It will pick up your moods. So, let's see. I did get a couple books in Hebrew. And the one thing about Hebrew books for us English people, they're backwards. So they read right to left, not left to right. So I do have that. I have an actual Hebrew Bible, which I brought home. I thought that'd be cool because I really got to work on learning my Hebrew. So I've got those. And then our friends, let's see here. Our friends actually showed me this, and I was like, gotta have it. This is one of the coolest things, and I have a link to this in the description. It's called the Satellite Bible Atlas. Now, a history nut like me, as well as a Bible nut, will love this. Atlases oftentimes are all hand-drawn maps that show you where stuff supposedly was and everything. This is not hand-drawn maps. This is, if I can open it up here and show it to you, the maps are all actually satellite images. So you can see the valleys and the roads and the rivers and the mountains and understand why things are the way they are. And every single map in here is a satellite image. And I was just like, oh, this is probably the best atlas I have seen of Israel in the Bible and the Holy Land. I was just like, oh my goodness. And then while we were helping some friends of ours move some stuff, they found an extra one. But this is actually what I gave my son for Christmas as well, because we were both like, this is amazing. Okay, so Robert has a good question here. With all the conflict in that area, did you see anything of that nature? Okay, so this is going to shock a lot of you. Israel is safer than the United States. We could walk around the cities at night there and not have any problems. You read about the stabbings that happen there because they happen so infrequently that they're news. So you have like 2 stabbings, 3 stabbings a week, and they're because of the conflict. Okay, think about that. In an American city, how many stabbings do you have every week? And it doesn't compare. Israel is far safer. People are far more kind, far more helpful. It was really, it blew me away how safe it was. Now, you also have mandatory military duty. Once they graduate high school, they have to do 2 or 3 years of military. And all of them are out constantly with their guns on their backs in case something were to happen. So, I mean, y'all think that Texas has a lot of guns. It's far more there. But it's so much safer. We could walk around anywhere and not have an issue. And I wouldn't do that here. It really was pretty amazing. And so we here in the States, we get this really skewed idea. Now, don't get me wrong. There are definitely issues. There are definitely divisions. And if you put yourself into the middle of something, well, it's just like here. But generally speaking, it was far safer. It really was. We very, very much appreciated it. So Craig asks, is Hebrew still top to bottom, or is the vertical flip versus English? It's still top to bottom. It's just right to left. So, yep, pretty similar. The other thing to remember, too, is because Israel lives under a threat of conflict all the time, and pretty much everybody has gone through the military, they are ready. We saw one guy getting on a bus. Ginger, what are you doing? My dog's determined to knock my light over. Who fell down and got hurt, and the people on the bus are immediately up to help him out, patch him up, help him on the bus, carry him. And I mean, this guy here in the States, everybody would have been like phones out recording. Ha ha! Look at the guy got hurt. Not there. They were all helping him. It was amazing. But Ginger, my dog is going to kill my light. Excuse me. Get off. No, get off that. Ah, there. Okay. She got herself tangled up in the cord, and I was just waiting for the light to go. A couple other things, if you do want to know more about the history, and again, there's links to these below. This is my pitch. They are affiliate links. These are 2 of the best books you're going to find about the conflict and what went on there. And I reread both of them on the trip. They are amazing books. So, yeah, if you're curious to know a little bit more, these 2 are great. Okay. There's my sales pitch. Done with that. I brought home brochure from Palestine. We did stay overnight just outside Bethlehem in the Palestinian Authority area. It is a different world than Israel. It really is, even though it's 3 miles away from Jerusalem. But we brought that back. We brought back, let's see, the Messianic Passover Haggadah, Believers Haggadah. This is basically your prayer books for Passover and stuff. We brought back maps of Jerusalem. And then, of course, you know me and my brochures. We brought back lots of brochures. All the national parks we visited, and they were a lot. In fact, this is the brochure for the park that I just posted the video of today. So lots of stuff like that. Lots and lots of stuff. Let's see. That's my sales pitch. Ron taught you well. I'm trying to keep it short, but yeah, it was honestly, it was an amazing thing. What were the people in Israel like? Of course they're good. What are people like? Anywhere. They're people. People are people. So why should it be? You and I should get along so awesomely. Okay, let's see if anybody catches that reference. No, they're very kind. Different differences between the Jewish, the Christian, and the Muslim quarters. But all of them, because they haven't had tourists in a couple years, they loved seeing us walk around with this because they knew money was available. So the sales people were definitely very happy to see us. But yeah, people in general are very, very friendly, very polite, very kind. You didn't have issues like you do here. So, yeah, it was anytime that we needed help, there was somebody there who was able to help us, whether it was Jewish, Christian, Arab, pretty much anywhere. So yeah, we were really impressed overall with how everything went. Hated to come home is a good way to do it. So did we go to Bethlehem? Josh, you need to look at my video from Christmas Day. Yes, we actually stayed overnight. There's a suburb of Bethlehem called Beit Jala, and you can actually walk up to the Church of Nativity from there. And that's where we stayed, was in Beit Jala overnight. So that was really cool. Let me see, a couple other things I want to show, and then I'm going to start on the packages. Olive wood. Now, a couple of these things are going to appear in the mail for certain people, but an olive wood camel, which I thought was really cool. Ooh, don't drop it. We did bring back several oil lamps. This is what they would use in the time of Jesus to light their homes. They would fill it with oil, and they'd have a wick out there, and that's how they would burn their oil. So kind of neat. Let's see. One of the things that is in abundance everywhere you go is lots of pottery shards. Don't pick them up at the archaeological sites. That's a big, huge no-no. But on the coast of the Galilee and on the Mediterranean, just the beach, they're all over. And these came from the Galilee beach, one of the beaches in the Galilee, including that one actually has some paint on it. So it was really cool. Josh, were there any kinds of lots of stray cats or dogs there? Cats everywhere. Israel's famous for all the stray cats. So lots of them. Not all friendly either. So, yeah. Tom, there's some lovely people there from all faiths from other videos I've seen from Israel. Honestly, I don't think you're going to find a friendlier or safer place. My wife, for example, on one of our outings at one of the local parks, left her phone there, and we didn't realize it till 2 hours later. And at that point, she's freaking out. Oh no, she left her phone at the park. We're pretty sure it's on a bench. It's going to be gone. And she drives with our friend back to the park, and it's sitting right where she left it. Imagine that in the States. Just things like that. It was amazing how nice they were. When we were walking around in the Christian quarter, which is the Arab marketplace, very helpful, kind. Hey, where are you trying to go? Are you sure? Okay, you don't want to go that way. What you really want to do is you want to head down this way. And be careful. The one shopkeeper down there, he's not so honest, but the rest of them are they were really, really nice. So I was very impressed with that. Anything you couldn't film in Israel due to COVID or any government regulations. Just in general, you don't film the security checkpoints, which generally are on the border between Israel and Palestine. So like outside Jerusalem on the way into Bethlehem. You don't take pictures of the military and the police unless you ask them first. But generally, you don't do it. So I don't have a lot of pictures of all the soldiers around because it's tacky. And then you don't take the pictures of the security points going into the Western Wall complex. So anything security-wise, generally. Yeah, not due to COVID. So, um, oh, Tammy, did Joseph end up bringing the one who claimed him in one of your videos? The cat. We were sitting at Christ Church, and we had given Joseph this whole big spiel. Don't pet the cats. Don't feed the cats. Leave the cats alone. Don't mess with the cats. And we sit down at Christ Church, and I mean, we're barely seated to have some drinks, and this cat jumps right up into my son's lap and makes itself at home. And we're just kind of going, not a typical Israel cat by any means. This one was the local cat for that business, but it was really funny. And he's just like, well, I guess I got a friend. No, he didn't bring it home. That wouldn't work. But okay, let me see. Let me start on these. I still have all sorts of other stuff here to show as well, which is crazy. So, definitely keep the questions coming, and I will try to answer them. Okay, so this one is from Angela Harrison in Canada. Let's see. Oh, Craig. Wait, I thought Christchurch was a train station in London. Okay, so when I mentioned Christchurch, what Christchurch is in Israel is it is the very first Protestant church in Jerusalem. And dates back to the 1800s, I believe. Beautiful church building. So I can understand why that creates a little bit of confusion. But in addition to the church and the complex, they've got a coffee shop and a little restaurant and a couple other things. So, and sounds like my wife just got home. And Angela, the post mistress taped it good. Yes, she did, but I've got my knife. So, let's see. So here's the card. Sir Willow and family, may your home be filled with joy at Christmas and always. Hello.
Hello.
So I guess my wife's got to come in and say hi.
Hello, everybody.
And a barking ginger. Let's see. Do I like plush toys? I've got a few of them back there, and not my wife.
Did you want me to comment on anything, or do you want me to come back?
I'm good. I'll let you know if I've got something.
All right.
What was the one you missed in the States? Mexican food. Can't get real. There was one place that was decent, but cheese and meat don't mix because it's not kosher. So, yeah, no Mexican food. So it's terrible. Both of us, my wife and I, both, when we got off the plane, can we go to Taco Bell? So, let's see here. I hope this finds you and your family safely returned from Israel. Yep. I've been working on this project forever, it seems. I was inspired by your Dreamfinder stories and knew you would recognize them. I was fortunate enough to see the show at Epcot when we visited there in 1992. Unfortunately, I don't remember very much about it other than the characters. I wish I could go back and revisit the park. I've always wanted to see the Magic Kingdom, but that doesn't seem possible anytime soon. Meanwhile, if I can't go in person, at least I can visit by proxy, listening to all your great stories. Thank you for many hours of lively entertainment. Best wishes. Thank you. It make me cry. So, Magic Kingdom coming up June. We'll take you with us. So, yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get this open without cutting myself. That could be the challenge. Okay. Josh, is there a Walmart there? No, Walmart does not exist in Israel. However, there is IKEA. And yes, we did go eat at IKEA one day. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, so somebody was talking about plush here a minute ago. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. Get his nose. That is amazing. Wow. I love that. That is so awesome. Thank you. He's going to fill up. I'm going to have to make a special section for him up there. That is really cool. Thank you. I love it. Love that. So, yeah, didn't realize about the Mexican food, cheese and beef. Make it. Oh, interesting tortilla. Here's another thing about the tortillas there. They don't have plain corn. Their soft corn tortillas you buy at the store are all mixed with wheat. So my wife couldn't have them. We had to they did sell Ortega taco shells though, so you could buy those because they were pure corn. But the soft tortillas all had wheat in them, so my wife couldn't eat her corn tortillas. But yeah, anything with meat and cheese, so no cheeseburgers. They have pizza. Corn pizza is very popular, but you don't find pepperoni pizza. So yeah, very different. Okay, got a couple others. Excuse me here, I need some water. Okay, that feels better. Love the new hey kids, look at the castle. I've actually had that up for 6-7 months. Yes. It was overdue, and so yeah, we finally got that post up there. That's actually one of my favorite designs that's up there, so yeah, go check that out. I love that. Let's see. Oh, I heard somewhere they do make a peppers only pizza. Yes, I love that story. How is the tap water in Israel? Just as good as here. Israel is the leading country in the world for making desalination plants and equipment. They have perfected desalinating salt water. So, yep, good drinking water. Although you carry around bottled water too, because it's very easy to get dehydrated there. It took us about almost 3 weeks to finally get to the point where we were hydrated enough. Let's see. Hi, it's the beginning of heaven season. To celebrate, here's a T-shirt of one of Doctor Who's scariest villains. Okay, let's see. Barry, does the Bible say the devil is Donald Duck, or does he have a blue dress on? What? Okay, I'm curious now. Oh, that is pretty. Don't blink. Okay, those of you who don't know, the angels there, if you stare at them, they don't move. But as soon as you look away, they come after you. So, yeah, very cool. Thank you so much, Barry. Honestly, like I said, I'm wearing one of them. Barry sends the best shirts. He really does. Let's see here. Does Israel feel European? Israel is a mix. It's Middle Eastern. That's the best way to think of it. But then it is influenced by Europe. It's influenced by Eastern Europe and Asia and Africa. It's this real mix, but it's definitely Middle Eastern. Absolutely. So it's its own thing. Is the best way I can think of to put it. It's a very unique place, and especially when you realize that a lot of the places you're visiting are thousands of years old. Jerusalem has sites in it that are 2,000 and 3,000 years old. You've got stones that you're walking on that have been there since the time of the Romans. Every place you go, there is another archaeological site or ruin or something like that. It's just an ancient place, and at the same time, it's very modern. It's crazy. You can go from the Western Wall, and in 10 minutes walking, you can be on a light rail train through the city. So it's really, really unique in that regard. Let's see. Barry, hi. If you will miss this ride, then you can wear this shirt. If I will miss this ride, I will miss this ride. I understand making a Princess and the Frog ride. I do, but I like Splash Mountain. I wish they could have done something else with it. But yes, Splash Mountain, that's one of my favorites. That's one that anytime we go to Magic Kingdom, we ride. So I'm hoping it'll still be open when we go in June. I'm hoping. We'll see. Thank you, Barry. Spoiling me. Y'all are definitely spoiling me. Okay, so I got 2 more packages. Let me show you a couple more things I got, just because these are really special to me. So let me show a couple of these here. One, this was a gift from our friends. It is a menorah and it's actually Hebrew writing, and I'm going to forget what it says, so forgive me. But it's actually 3 different Hebrew words right there. It's for Hanukkah, but it's just a really unique Hanukkah is what they call them, menorah. So that I've got that. I also, this is my Christmas present from my wife. She watched me drooling over it, and she finally let me get it. I have one that's about yay big. It's called a shofar, and it's a horn, and that was my big souvenir from last time. Well, we found a shopkeeper desperate for sales, and so I got an actual regular-sized shofar. Now, our friend, he's actually a band leader, and he bought one of the really long ones, but this was just an amazing deal. And hey, look, I get somebody else to block who's spamming stuff. Goodbye. But just before now, it doesn't play well because it was a cheap one. I actually did. We had a friend that we made there who can play them, and she looked at it and went, probably not real well, but it looks beautiful. So it looks great that way. So yes, that is a shofar. When you read about when the trumpet of the Lord, that's it right there. Although they probably blow the longer ones, but that's a shofar. And then 3 other things I definitely want to show, and then I'll get to the other packages. Let's see. Welcome home. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Step out of the TARDIS with the 6. That would be a confused doctor. If I'm going June 2022, it will be open. It should be open. We will see. Josh, what different kinds of tours can you do there? And could you name each if you can? Do you mean an Israel or a Disney? There's a ton of different tours. There's no way I could name them all. Hundreds of different kinds of tours. So you'd have to let me know. But yeah, Tom, it's an awesome shofar. You have a tiny one. Where did I just put it? So like I said, the one I have before is black, and it's about that long. That's it. Just enough to have a little curve. So it looks about like that. And yeah, this is so much better. What is the shofar made of? It is a ram's horn, and they are raised humanely. They are not killed just for the horns. They're raised, and the meat is used in other things. But yeah, they're ram's horns. So this was my wife's. So when she baptized our son down at the Jordan River, it's a place called the Yardenette. We went ahead and we got her a bottle of water from the Jordan River. Now, I'm not a believer in holy water generally, but this was kind of a neat souvenir for her very first baptism as a minister. And so that was hers. Let's see here. And then this one was special for me. This is a Torah Scroll. And try to make sure I am holding it right. It is a miniature one. If you go to a Jewish synagogue, this is the scriptures they read off of. They actually they call it an ark at the back of the synagogue where they keep it. And it's a big deal to bring it out and open it up and unroll it and read it and everything else. So that is the Torah. It's the first 5 books of the Bible, what we call Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. It's right there. So it's small, but precious. I like that. And then our friends there made us something very special as we were getting ready to go. And this, I'll be honest, I cried when they gave this to me. So they bought the piece of wood, had it polished, and then they took it to an engraver to have it done. And so what it says, translating it for you, this is the Hebrew word for family. And then this is actually our last name transliterated into Hebrew. So it says family, Bernash, 2021, and then Israel. And I was like, oh. And it's meant to be like a cheese board or bread board or something, and I'm kind of like, I don't want to put anything on it. It looks so pretty. So, yeah, very cool. That was very special. But let's see. At Disney, can you ask to tour the rides? There are a couple special tours at Disney where you could tour like the train roundhouse and stuff, but generally, even Universal, it's a special deal if you get an opportunity to tour the ride. It's not a normal deal at all. So, do I have a pointer for the scroll? Not offhand, but I can definitely get one. So, did the holy water? Okay, it's not holy water. It's just water from the Jordan. Be clear about that. Did it have to go in checked luggage? We put it in checked luggage anyways. We weren't going to take a chance. So, snowing like crazy. Only 2 days after Christmas. We got no snow here. It was 70 degrees at Christmas. Ick. So, Kathy, so I'm sad I can't read Hebrew anymore. I'm learning. I can't read Hebrew right now either, but I'm learning. Okay, I got 2 more packages here. Oh my goodness. One of them's heavy. Okay. So we got one from Barry, and then I've got Keith and Sheila's, who I hope are still on. Let's see. Just going to say this. The Walt Disney World Railroad being closed 3 years is absolutely ridiculous. Keep in mind the kind of construction they're doing there with Tron. You don't want pieces of that falling over and hitting people. And it's a long time. COVID put a huge stop on a lot of construction. You can take 9 months of that time, and it was just stopped construction because of COVID. So that had a lot to do with it. Everything there got delayed because of COVID. It really did. Keys to the Kingdom tour let you do behind the scenes at Jungle Cruise, Pirates and Haunted Mansion. Wow. When we did Keys to the Kingdom, we didn't get to go behind the scenes of those. We did take a private Jungle Cruise ride. We did have Haunted Mansion explained and pointed out some things, but we didn't get to go behind the scenes. So you did an amazing tour. They don't do that. At least they didn't do it for us. So, that would really, really be cool. But you have to be careful because they change constantly, all the time. It'll be one way one year, and then it'll change and be another way the next year. Okay, let me see here. Can I get this open? Boy, there's people still buzzing me on Facebook. Hope it's nothing important, because I can't get to my phone now. It fell down and it's gone. Let's see here. See if I can get this thing. I will get it open. There you go, Ginger. My goodness, Barry's got all sorts of stuff in here. Let's see. Barry had a backlog of mail to send after he got out of the hospital. I had a backlog of mail when I got back. Let's see if I can get all this out. Oh my goodness. There's all sorts of stuff in here. Still pulling. Oof. This is going to take me a while to clean up after I'm all done. Okay. I think I got it. Let's see. Sir Willow, I wanted to send you the Spooky Bunch t-shirt for Halloween, but I ended up in the hospital. Yes, I know. I'm happy you're home, Barry. Happy you're doing better. That was not a good time, but this... Oh, that's really cool. We were just talking about Haunted Mansion. There you go. The Spooky Bunch. The Spooky Bunch. That's actually really cool. I like that. I'll wear that at other times, too. I'm going to save that one for our June trip to Disney as well. Well, we'll not save it, but I will wear that on that trip. That's really cool. Let's see here. Here, look at this shirt. Oh, and then did you see my figment?
Is that handmade?
That's handmade.
That's really cool.
Isn't that cool? Yes, my daughter's here for the night because we're going to Silver Dollar City tomorrow.
A cool shirt.
He's a mean one, Mr.
No.
Inch. What?
No.
What? You can sing if I want to sing. Hope your heart's at least 3 sizes happier this Christmas. Should ask Santa for a kidney transplant. Yes. So, let's see here. What one ride hit the wrong one? What one ride at Universal would I put at Disney World? I'd put a whole land in. Move Harry Potter. Most amazing theme land anywhere. I'm not a huge Potter fan, but it's just amazing. Do I think the monorail at Disney World will get refreshed? It's way overdue. The princess is right. No singing. You guys are no fun. Oh, this is really cool. There is a lanyard for the Black Spire Outpost. That's all. Thank you, Barry. That's amazing. He's got several good things in here. There is the ornament with Mickey in the car. Futuristic freeway. Okay. See if we can show all this. He's got more shirts here. Let's see. We've got the calendar to know Christ. Bible word search. Okay, so these I will hand on to my wife because she loves things like that. There we go. Let me see if I can get these open. Yeah, it's a shame that Disney didn't get Potter. They had a chance, and they wanted to put in just a little flat ride. It was pitiful. So, yeah. The scourge that flaps in the night. Wait, Darkwing? Oh, that is an amazing shirt. Let me see if we can hold this up so you can see. Wow. That is very, very cool. Very cool. SCC tomorrow. I'm jealous. Now, we weren't going to go, and then I realized today, wait a minute, we're home. We've got 3 more days before it's closed for the year. Because we were figuring we'd be in Israel. So, yeah, although from what I heard, it was very crowded today. So we'll see how it works out. But, see if I can get this open. Where's Harry Potter World? 10 miles down the road. Oh, this isn't a t-shirt. That. Wow. That is amazing. Oh my goodness. And back is the same. That's wow. That one leaves me speechless there, Barry. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Clunk. Just dropped everything into the box. Yeah, wow is right on that shirt. What a hunk of Craig, what a hunk of junk. Not the shirt, just what's on it. So, yeah, beautiful shirt. Looks like the Falcon. That's because it is the Falcon. Yeah, that is amazing. Okay, so one more package. This is from Keith and Sheila, who I was blessed to meet up when we got to go to Hershey Park. Let's see if I can get this open without cutting myself. Okay. And I've been told I'm supposed to make sure I read the note. Let's see. So you went to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom back on the first day of the Christmas fair. Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Both are pretty empty. Everything walk-ons. Probably because people aren't used to them being open that time of year. Santa Cruz. I love Santa Cruz. Absolutely do. Okay, there's just... Ah, I finally found the opening in the paper. Maybe. Okay. We got it finally. Let's see. But yeah, I'd love to get back to Santa Cruz again too. I will tell you, we are trying to make plans at some point in the spring. I was going to try and get back to Sacramento in that area in October, and at the last minute, my dad canceled the trip. But we're going to try and do it again in the spring. And this time hit Discovery Kingdom, Great America, maybe the Boardwalk, and then a couple of other things that are right nearby too. So let's see here. My daughter was actually asked if she could remove the people out of a photo at Partner Statue on Christmas Day. Yeah, I had that a couple times too. People. If you don't want people in the photo, don't come at the busiest time of year. Okay, so we've got birthday. So I'm guessing that this is the card to read first. There we go. By the way, if you don't know, Suzanne's daughter is a PhotoPass photographer. So, did you try any chocolates in Israel? Yep, tastes like chocolate. They do have some unique ones there. And I do actually have a video with my son and I trying some of the snacks that I got to get posted up. So it will be coming. Okay, so let me see if I can show you this card. I still have, I probably have about 15, 20 more videos to come still. So, oh, wow. Look at that. And then it says, pull for note. Okay, so there is the note. It says, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May God bless you this season and through the entire year. That is amazing. That's going to go up. And my phone is buzzing, and I don't know if that's Keith and Sheila. And I can't get to my phone. It's buried. Okay, let me pull up a browser window here just to make sure I don't miss anything important. Okay. Okay. All right. So Keith did say he's still watching. So we got all sorts of stuff in here. Including giant bubble wrap. Okay, so one of these things says happy birthday. That's coming up in a couple weeks. I have to decide if I'm going to... Okay, Keith, I do have Facebook open. Send me a note if you want me to open that now or not. Margaret?
Yes.
You have one here.
Okay, give me about 2 minutes.
Timing you. Okay, so we have a tin for me with polar bear. Ooh. Oh. Do you smell that? It smells wonderful. It really does. Oh boy. Somebody's going to make me fat. Oh wait, I'm already fat. Look at all of that.
Okay.
Okay, this one is you. This is from Keith and Sheila.
All right.
You may remember them, met them at Hershey. The M&Ms.
I don't think I can open it standing up here though. I'm gonna need a little something to help this along a little bit.
See if that works.
Alrighty. Yay!
Yeah, I'm making you hungry. Fancy Prince, you're making me hungry.
Oh, all these little chocolates.
And yeah, she's got chocolate. Wow. Yum, yum, yum.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're wonderful.
Spion, is there not a busiest time of year anymore? This week right now is still the busiest time of year at the parks, at least as far as Disney goes. And Silver Dollar City. That's why tomorrow's going to be interesting because it's going to be crowded. I'm actually, this sounds goofy, I'm praying for some rain tomorrow to help keep the crowds down. That is kind of my hope. So, okay, yes, go ahead and open it. So I do have permission from Keith and Sheila to open the birthday present. Because I'll probably do another stream somewhere around January 20th, throwing off a date top of my head. So a little bit after. Let's see. Adding another candle doesn't make you older. Are you sure? Really? It just makes your life brighter. That's cute. See, I can tell my kids now I'm not the dim bulb. I'm not fat. And Craig's going, I thought you were big boned. Thanks, Craig. Too short. Did you guys watch The Christmas Story? We're actually not big fans of The Christmas Story. I have seen it. I can quote parts of it badly. But no, our big Christmas tradition is Santa Claus the movie, Christmas Carol, and Polar Express. Those are the ones that we watch every year at Christmas. And sometimes Charlie Brown, and then the old Rankin Bass specials. So we got in the 3 this year. Being in Israel, we actually watched Christmas Carol in Israel on our computers. And then when we got home, one of the first things we did was we grabbed the kids and said, we're going to watch Polar Express now. So, yeah, I absolutely love it. Ooh. Suzanne, heard boxes are going in with all the meet and greets. I was afraid of that. I was afraid that with the shutdowns and removing the photographers, Disney would see it as their opportunity to not replace the photographers or put the photographers back in, but just put in all those stupid photo boxes. They stink. They can't do what a picture does or what a camera does, what a photographer does. See if I can get it out here. So, which Christmas Carol? My favorite is actually, we saw the 3 of them. My favorite is still the Patrick Stewart one. But we actually watched a video of Silver Dollar City's Christmas Carol, excuse me. And then I'm trying to remember the other one. No, we didn't watch the Muppets this year. We watched the musical one from 1974 because it's got great songs in it. So, and glad you made it home safely. Thank you so much. And when did we get home? 2 days before Christmas. Oh my. Okay, I see notes in here. See if I can show this. Let's see. In 2019, I was given these pins at my work. They are from McDonald's, and they were given to us employees to promote the live action movie Lion King and Toy Story 4. So I thought you would like to add them to your collection. Oh, yeah. These are very neat. Okay, so there's Cinderella. Yeah, that's Little Bo Peep. And then there is the Lion King. These are very cool. Thank you. And then see if we can hold that up. There's also the Lion King. Wow. And then all sorts of little stuff in here. Yeah, I love the Patrick Stewart one. My only issue with Patrick Stewart is, I think it's the Ghost of Christmas Present. It's just weird looking, strange. Other than that, I love that one. Albert Finney is in the musical one. Yes, absolutely. And Muppets Christmas Carol, surprisingly story accurate. Yeah, it really is. It's a very good version, surprisingly enough. A lot of people, I think, it's the Muppets. It's a really good version of it. So, let's see. I found these 2 little guys who need a new home. Thought you might be the guy to give them a good home. Those are fantastic. So if you can see that there. It's Willow. Thank you. And then I got one more card here, too. And, wow, we are just getting hit by the spammers tonight. Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Okay, Scrooge. Yeah. Like I said, that's what 3 or 4 of these Autobot spammers I've had to block tonight. That's kind of weird. And I can see that my special guest didn't make it, so my son was going to try and make it on, but alas, it didn't happen. So, let's see. Have I seen the Muppet Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus? Yes, I did. It was amazing. It was hilarious. Really, really enjoyed that. That was the Muppets the way the Muppets are supposed to be. So it was really nice to see them do something right. So let's see. Going back to the crowds in the rain at Walt Disney World. It rained from Monday afternoon while we were at Epcot. Rained nearly all day Tuesday at studios. Crowds did not let up. Disney is different that way. Oh my goodness. Wow. Check that out. That is, thank you. That is so cool. Had an artist friend make these for you after you came to Hershey for a visit. Really hope you. That is awesome. No, I love that. Thank you. That's actually a good caricature of me too. Very cool. Disney crowds are different when it comes to rain. And the other part is the frame to put it up on. Because unlike a lot of parks which are local, if it rains, the people are kind of like, oh, I'll go home. I can come back again later. With Disney, it's we're here or we die. So we are going to go and we are going to do it no matter what the weather throws at us. So rain doesn't chase people out of Disney like it does other parks. They just keep going. They'll get ponchos and they'll go. And when we first got there, it really threw me for a loop because we're like, oh, cool, it's raining. Everybody leave. They're not leaving. Because I was so used to that. For me, it's a rain day. Let's go to the park. There'll be nobody there. And that didn't apply at Disney. They don't leave. It was really, really crazy to get used to. So, yeah, definitely something different. Whew, I got all sorts of stuff. Okay. Let me try to figure out. The Muppets had actual Muppet writers that wrote Muppet Haunted Mansion. Yes. Kurt Vogel settled into Kermit. I also got the impression Brian Henson backed off a little bit and wasn't trying to do his edgy stuff. I like Brian Henson, but he doesn't quite have his dad's vision. So, does it ever snow in Israel? Mount Hermon up in the north almost always has snow on it. Beit Jala right next to Bethlehem. We were told by several people who live there that it snows 3 or 4 times a year. Jerusalem will get snow once a year, every other year or so. Yes, it absolutely snows in Israel. One thing to correct, and you'll see this pop up in the video I have on different things about Israel, it's not a desert. Yes, there is part of it that is desert out by the Dead Sea of Masada, but most of Israel is not a desert. If you think California, with the mountains in the north and the ski resorts and then the coast and the forests and the woods, if you take California and shrink it down to the size of New Jersey, and you've got Israel. It really has some of everything. So let's see here. Sure you did like the picture. It was... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Keith and Sheila are telling me, sure you did like the picture that was used for the card. You're the photographer. I took it directly from the picture you took with us. Okay, so this picture here is actually taken, it's done from the picture I took with Keith and Sheila at Hershey. Am I understanding that right? That is amazing. That is really cool. So, wow. Very cool. Thank you, Keith and Sheila. That's awesome. Yeah, I do. I love that. So, let me see. Christmas song you love to listen to more than the others. Straight No Chasers, 12 Days of Christmas. This is the first year I didn't post that on my streams because I was in Israel. But yes, that's probably my favorite Christmas song. So, is my buddy in Sacramento, Heath. Hi, Heath. Good to have you on today. So, understanding things. I used to hate Spaceship Earth when you first wrote it. Okay, I do have to admit, the very first time I rode Journey into Imagination, we got off that ride and we went, what were they tripping on when they made this? This is weird. It's strange. Let's go do it again. So, yeah, some of them are definitely different. So, oh my goodness. Lots of stuff. I still have more olive wood stuff in here. I got Dead Sea things. I got stuff. This is going to take me forever to get cleaned up now. But I have stuff everywhere. But thank you to everybody who sent me things. Some of this is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, I said I do have more videos coming. Tomorrow is going to be the worst experience we had in Israel. I don't want to spoil too much, but it was So that's coming up. And then Thursday, instead of my confessions, is going to be my trip home and why and how and what happened. And it's actually kind of a cool deal. And then I'm going to try to get a confessions episode put together for Friday. And we'll see what happens. We're going to Silver Dollar City tomorrow. I'm not vlogging it. I'm going to treat my family that way and not have a camera stuck up all the time. But I will try to check out the construction site because there is construction going on at Silver Dollar City. Big rumor is that Fire in the Hole next year may be the last year for it. And they're building a new one. That is the rumors, at least. So we will see what happens there and how that turns out. And I'll try and get a look at that and see if I can get any information. I have a few things, but so what's my Christmas meal tradition? Depends upon our mood. It's been roast beef the last couple of years. It used to be turkey, sometimes ham, generally roast beef now, but whatever strikes our mood. We don't. It's funny. Our Christmas meal. Okay, we do have to have mashed potatoes and gravy. We got to have corn. But other than that, we don't necessarily have a locked-in tradition for Christmas. Some desserts, typically some hors d'oeuvres, chips and onion dip, and then I make a homemade Triscuit hors d'oeuvre with cheese, onion, and bacon spread, and then broiled. And oh my goodness, it's amazing. We still have to actually do that. So never prime rib. They're out all the time. I can't find it. Plus, you don't want me to cook the prime rib. That wouldn't be good. But yeah, but we've got all sorts of stuff still to do here. Stuff to get cleaned up, stuff to organize. I literally have somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 pictures I'm going through. It actually may be more. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. So crazy stuff that way. But trying to get all that set up and all this organized and back into place and ready to go. And then trying to get back on sleep schedule. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I was like, So 8-hour time difference will definitely throw you for a loop. But I think that's everything, though. I can't think of anything else. Let me know, too, if you've got other questions about Israel. If it's stuff I've got a video footage for, I'll throw it up. Keep in mind, I am uploading a number of my videos to the Burning Bush channel just because I don't want to overwhelm the other one. So things like this. This rock has an amazing story. And for you, it looks like it's just a stone. It's rounded and would fit a sling. And if you can think of a Bible story that talks about sling stones, we went where it happened, which was amazing. But it's a video for my other channel. So be sure you check in there. There's going to be some really neat things coming up that way too. So thank you so much, everybody, for all the mail, for letting me spill my haul, and for sharing and rattling on. And yeah, Brendan, I got a rock. Yep. And yes, David and Goliath. It's one of those stories that you think of as just a kid's story, but then you go to the place where it really happened, and whoa. So, but that's for the other channel. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful night. For those of you who back in Israel who joined me and in the Netherlands and Norway, go to bed. So have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you so much for blessing me, everybody. I appreciate it. Good night, and God.